how important is it to be using freshly roasted coffee beans in my home brewing? And I can just store them in the fridge, right? To answer, I ask you simply to look at this delicious golden crema or this bubbling bloom. If this is not what you are seeing at home, then stick around. We are diving into the importance of freshly roasted beans, tips on how to ideally store them, and just how easy it is to get your hands on the freshest and the best quality coffee.
What a lot of people forget is that coffee beans are a food product. So think about it like bread. It can go stale. If coffee beans are exposed to too much heat, moisture, oxygen, or sunlight, you're only going to speed up the aging of those beans. Beans are freshly roasted in crema every day. We recommend that you use those beans within the first 4 to 6 weeks of their life. Once your coffee beans reach between that 4 to 6 week old mark, they start to lose a majority of their natural oils and their CO2 gases. And these two factors are the biggest contributors to producing that delicious crema on the top of your espresso shot. The most surefire way for you to be able to replicate what you're drinking in your local cafe is to use freshly roasted beans, but also freshly grinding them right before you brew them. As we reference in our detailed coffee storage video, the link that you can find for below is that there are 4 major killers of your coffee's longevity. They are heat, sunlight, oxygen, and moisture. You are ideally looking for a container that can protect from all 4 elements. If we have a look at a couple of the ways that we recommend that you store them, we have heard reference to using glass jars, perhaps glass mason jars. Our biggest issue with storing your beans in a glass jar is that it's completely exposed to sunlight. And as we know, sunlight is one of the biggest killers of your coffee freshness. Something like the 2 I've got in front of me here. We have the frizz container, which is a complete airtight container. It also has a freshness valve on the top. This just allows the natural gases to release without letting any extra oxygen in that can cause the speed up aging of your beans. We also do have an airscape. It's a relatively new design to the market. You have your airtight seal on the top, but you also have this extra vacuum seal inside. Simply pour your coffee beans inside and then press your extra vacuum seal lid, and you can hear that air escaping. Either of these 2 are the ideal storage container for your coffee beans. We cannot state this enough. We do not recommend that you store your coffee beans or ground coffee even in the fridge or freezer. This is exposing your coffee to excess moisture when it's brought out of the fridge, but also can cause your beans or your ground coffee to dry out. Here at Crema, we offer grinding your coffee for you because we know not everybody has access to a grinder of their own. But we will always recommend if you can try and use that ground coffee within 2 weeks of us grinding it. It is the only way you can guarantee a delicious, full-bodied tasting espresso or alternate brew. An easy way to ensure that you always have access to fresh coffee beans is to think about a coffee subscription. Here at Crema, our coffee subscriptions are flexible. You're in control of your choice of beans, if you need them ground or not, and then there's the convenience of them being delivered to your door, and we can ship anywhere in Australia. A great way to ensure that you always have fresh coffee is to make sure you are matching your coffee consumption to the size bag that you're purchasing. This will ensure that you have your coffee within that 4 to 6 week range, which is when the coffee is at its best. For more information, head on over to our website, cremacoffeegarage.com.au. You'll find the link in the description below. There you'll find all the information about our flexible coffee subscriptions. You'll also find some extensive and awesome brewing guides and also a fantastic range of coffee products. Don't forget to like and share this video with all your friends and family. Jump onto social media, Facebook, Instagram. Show us some love, guys. If you have any suggestions or questions, don't hesitate to send us a message. You know that we love hearing from you guys. Happy brewing, and as always, cheers.